You will be my Saturday love. Okay, I can't sing. Sorry. I will spare you guys. Singing is definitely not one of my gifts, but just so y'all know, you guys are my Saturday loves. Tonight, it is Saturday night when I'm recording this, and there's nowhere else I'd rather be than right here with you guys. So, let's get right into it. Hello, my name is Julia. Welcome to my channel. We are going to do another pick a card reading tonight, and we're going to do a great topic. It's very similar to a topic I did a few months back. What are people's most recent realizations about you? What have people recently realized about you? And in that reading that I did a few months back, some great stuff came out. Very enlightening. So I'm excited to do this tonight. I love y'all. Let me show you guys the piles, okay? Pile 1, we have the pink and purple fluffy heart. Pile 1. Pile 2, we have the disco ball. The disco ball for pile 2. Pile 3, we have the blue fluffy heart. Can y'all tell I did a Dollar Tree haul again? So pile 3 is the blue fluffy heart. And last but not least, pile 4 with the disco heart. The disco heart for pile 4. And as per usual, timestamps will be in the description and in the comments. I am looking forward to seeing you guys there, and any information you need about me can be found in the description box if you're interested in booking a reading. And thank you to everybody who has booked a reading with me. I have been so blessed to connect with some beautiful, beautiful souls, and I'm very grateful for that. And so I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the piles. Bye. Hi, pile 1. If you chose the pink and purple fluffy heart, pile 1, this is your reading. What have people recently realized about you, pile 1? So let's get right into it, okay? Hi, I love you. Okay, let's get into it. Love you. Okay. All right, so let's start at the top. Okay, so we have bully, hedonist, mystic, detective. Fascinating energy here, pile 1. Okay, so people are realizing that they were intimidated by you for some reason in the past, and for the wrong reasons now. They're realizing that there was something in you that was highlighting something within them, like a trigger, and that's why they felt intimidated by you, and maybe some of them even possibly mistreated you for that reason, maybe even to the extent of some kind of bullying, maybe to your face or maybe not, but there was something about you that was triggering to them. But it had more to do with something in them that they weren't looking at, is what it feels like. Okay. Also, hedonist in return. Okay, Mercury retrograde. What's going on? Okay. Hedonist in reverse. Okay. Hedonist in reverse. So, people used to think you were only cared about yourself. Now, this doesn't have to be a lot of people. It could have been just one specific person, but or not so much maybe that you cared only about yourself, but there seemed to be somebody or a group of somebodies or some people who used to think that you kind of indulged in pleasures or was just looking out for yourself only and not other people, and they realized now that they were wrong about you. They were very wrong. Also, we have here mystic in reverse and detective. Wow. People, and I know I know what this means. Well, I already know it. If you're coming to my channel, you're watching tarot, you're spiritually in tuned. I understand that. I know that. I know you know that, right? Well, apparently there's people who have realized that in the past, I know I'm right too, because I feel like I'm about to sneeze. It's going away, it's coming, hold on. Sorry. Uh-oh. Wow, I don't think I've ever sneezed on camera before. God bless me. Okay. Confirmation. So let me tell you what I'm getting off of this. There's people who realize that in the past they thought that your spirituality was delusional, but that actually now they're realizing, with the especially coming out how it's coming out next to the detective upright, that you see things much more clearly. I'm being really highlighted and drawn to where it says great powers of observation and intuition. They're realizing now that you see things clearly. You're not delusional. That this whole time that you were never delusional. That, you know, like it's almost giving the feeling like maybe you had people around or had been around some people possibly who aren't don't really subscribe to the whole spirituality thing or intuition thing, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, right, or, you know, so they might not have even told you to your face that they're like, yeah, right, you know, that person thinks they see or know things, but no, now they realize that you see things very clearly. They realize you're very observant and that you have great powers of intuition, that you see things clearly. And this is also being echoed again right here. We have Neptune in reverse and sextile. Wow, very fascinating energy here. This is a very intuitive pile. Okay, so with the Pisces, oh, not, did I say Neptune? Interesting. Oh, it's Pisces in reverse, which is, you know, a card of Neptune. This Mercury retrograde has been so much easier on me than the shadow period was, but it's like now, this like last day or two, I'm feeling a little bit more of Mercury retrograding. If you know what I mean. Okay, so anyways, let me go get to what I'm getting off of this. Pisces in reverse with a sextile. Okay, so Pisces, you know, is Neptune ruled, and what is Neptune? It's you know, can be, yes, great spiritual gifts, but also it talks about sometimes what I'm getting with this is kind of coming out right here with the mystic also and the detective is people are realizing that you're not delusional, that you see through many illusions, that you see right through them. They realize that many people wish they would have believed in you or believed what you told them sooner. Many people, because they realize now that you are able to create many opportunities with your ability to see through things or to see things to see things so clearly. And they also, I'm hearing, interesting, I'm hearing that there's people who feel that they might be able to gain opportunities themselves by seeking your wisdom or seeking your ability to see, like your clear knowing, your clear observations, your clear intuitions. People realize that your ability to see through things so clearly is something that can create many opportunities for you. They see you being able to go somewhere with this, whether that's in a spiritual career or just being able to navigate through life in general. Very fascinating. Okay, so we also have community in reverse and despair in reverse. Wow, pile one. There's people who are realizing now that they wish they hadn't listened to what other people had to say about you. That I'm also hearing that there's people who are realizing now that they could have saved themselves a lot of grief if they would have not believed what other people had to say about you, and if they would have listened to you instead of listening to others. I'm also getting here wealthy man and courtship. Now remember, this is not gender specific. I'm going to just read the energies off the cards. What I'm getting here is that there is somebody, and this might not be for all of you, but I feel that for most of you this will resonate, is that there's somebody who realizes now your value, and they wish they would have invested more in you or valued you when they had the chance, or when they were at a better place in life to show you how much value you are. Or there's people who realize now that they wish they would have pursued you or given you an opportunity or invested in you when they could have. And I'm hearing some of them don't have it like that now to give you what they feel you're worth. So yeah, that might not be for everybody, but I feel like that's for a lot of you. We have Earth in reverse and Men in Black in reverse. People are realizing that you have detached from a lot of people, or at least a specific person, if not a lot of people, or maybe even crowds or groups or a specific community or work, something that you have, they're realizing now that you've detached from a lot and that you don't care what they're up to. You don't care whether this is, this could be different for all of you, whether this is one specific person or a crowd or a group or a job, but people are realizing that you have detached and you're not looking, you don't care what they're doing. You don't look into their lives. You don't go searching to see what they're doing. That it's giving that feeling of unbothered, don't care, moving on, I'm free. Like that's water under the bridge now. So yeah, people are realizing you've detached from a lot, and that you don't care. You've moved forward from many things. Coming out here, we have illumination, and This is an interesting one. It's sex addiction. So I'm actually getting two different things off of this card. Not necessarily that you have a sex addiction, but I suppose somebody here could. But I'm really more actually getting that there's many people are realizing how alluring you are and how attractive you are now, and many people are realizing they're very drawn to you. Also with you know, this illumination card, this people are realizing that you've had a major glow up. For most of you, I feel you've had some kind of glow up, or there's something very new and different about you. People realize now that that there's a lot of truth that you know that they weren't sure if you knew in the past, but now they know you know. I'm also seeing that with just something about with this addiction next to illumination, so people might be realizing now that maybe you have freed yourselves from some kind of something that was toxic or a habit. It could be a toxic connection, it could be a habit, it could be addiction, something, but you're new, you're renewed, you're free from that, you're glowing, and I love that for you. Okay, let's get down here. We have okay, I'm gonna start channeling. Some of this is echoing some of the stuff I've seen up here at the top. So people are realizing now that you have either stop talking to, people are realizing now that you have moved away from certain people in order to go after certain opportunities. People are realizing now that you stopped talking to, that they wish they, oh, okay, now I get it. People are realizing now that they wish they could talk to you and wish they could have an opportunity with you now, and they realize it's too late because of treating you unfairly in the past. People realize now that you're very healed, that you've completely changed your life, and that you really don't give to people the same way you used to. And I don't mean that necessarily in a bad way, but there's a lot of people who it's giving the feeling that perhaps you used to pour into in the past, and that you're no longer as freely giving of your energy. It's like the energy I'm feeling right now is like as if you used to pour so much into other people who weren't pouring back into you, and that you don't do that anymore. Yeah, that things are going really well for you now. A lot of things have turned around in your life. I know there's a lot of people who didn't see this coming. There's a lot of people who realize now that there's been some major changes that have happened in their life and in your life, and they didn't see it coming, but they feel like you knew. That makes sense. I'm also seeing here that... Now, this isn't gender specific, but I love this. It's the Queen of Wands reversed, the Empress. So this is, like I said, this isn't gender specific. So there's a lot of people now who are realizing that they used to look at you as if you were in king or queen energy, and they're realizing you're not upright or reversed. They're realizing now that you've stepped into your emperor or empress energy, and they're realizing they would have noticed or realized it a lot sooner. So this is what I have for you, Pile 1. I love this for you. This is great energy. I think people are realizing just how much beautiful changes and transformations you've gone through, and I love that for you. I'm going to go ahead and take it to Pile 2. Love you. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose the disco ball, Pile 2, this is your reading. What have people recently realized about you? Let's get right into it. And before we get into what people have really recently realized about you, there's two cards that fell out from a different deck. And so there's a message in it, and I'm going to give it, so it might not be for everyone, but it's perhaps for somebody in this pile. And it is from the vice versa deck, these two cards. And yeah, because I know I didn't use that deck in Pile 1. Anyhow, so it's the 7 of Pentacles vice versa and the 10 of Swords in reverse. And what I'm hearing, so for whoever this is for, before we get into your wonderful reading here, it's that somebody wishes they hadn't ended something with you, or wish they hadn't betrayed you, because in whatever direction they went in, it bared no fruit. Yeah. So for whoever that's for, I guess Spirit is bringing that to your attention, that there is somebody, I guess that is a realization, right? That they realize now that they wish they hadn't ended something with you. It's either ended something with you or betrayed you, because whatever direction they went in, it bared no fruit. It didn't pay off. It wasn't worth it. So that's for somebody. So now let's get into your reading, Pile 2. Yes, what have people recently realized about you, pile 2? So let's get into it. Let's see. We have Seeker, Thief in reverse, Teacher, and Knight. Love it. Wow. People are realizing that you are unstoppable, that you keep going no matter what. People are also realizing that if someone's going to find out something, it's you. You're going to find out. Like, you're going to get down to the bottom of it and you're going to figure it out. Like, it won't take you long either, is what I'm hearing. That people realize now that you are, if someone's going to find something out or figure it out or get down to the nitty gritty, down to the bottom of something and figure it out, it's you. They know that you're the one. And they realize that you're a very smart person, that you're always learning and that there's a lot that you know. People are also realizing now that there's a lot they can learn from you with this teacher. People are realizing there's a whole lot they can learn from you. There could even possibly be somebody in this pile who is a teacher or would be great at teaching. I'm also getting here, people are realizing too how loyal you are. People are realizing now how loyal you are. To me, it's giving the feeling that some people had it effed up in the past. They had you wrong. And now they're realizing that you are very loyal, that you're somebody who's very well-mannered, very well-rounded. With this thief in reverse, I'm getting multiple things. I'm getting that there are people now who are realizing that you're not a thief. Obviously, with the thief in reverse, that's the most obvious. But there could be something here about, I'm hearing copycat, that you're not, that people are realizing now that you're very original, that you're not somebody who copies or steals from other people, whether that be, you know, their ideas, their style. You know, thief can be many things. So for some of you, it's the very obvious that people are realizing now that you're not a thief, that you're not the one who stole something or that you would steal something. Yes, that's obvious. But it's also, I'm getting that there's people who realize now that you're very original, that you have your own brand, you're very authentic, that you don't steal other people's style, their ideas. For some of you, their woman, their man, people are realizing this about you, that you're very well-rounded, very well-mannered. I'm also getting here with the Libra in reverse to Chiron. Wow. So this is for a lot of you going to be that there are people who are realizing now that you're still healing from a connection from the past, something that probably is no longer. I'm also getting that it could be also, perhaps it could be a connection you're still in for some of you, or maybe lightly somebody that you're connected to, but that is feeling like something that's not working out or didn't work out, and that it's something that deeply wounded you. People are realizing how deeply a certain connection or partnership or relationship wounded you. It could be also possibly a business relationship, partnership, or a friend, but for most of you, it's going to be a connection that it deeply wounded you and that you're still healing from it. Also, we have here Mercury to Jupiter in reverse to Virgo in reverse. People are now realizing that you're very smart and that they've missed out on opportunities by not working with you. It almost goes with what came out earlier, right? So yeah, that's just kind of a confirmation. Maybe it's probably for actually all of you then. Yeah, people are realizing that you're very smart and that you knew what you're talking about, or they wish they would have talked with you about something more or heard what you had to say more because they missed out on some kind of opportunity by not working with you. That's what I'm getting off of those 3 cards. Also here we have sudden wealth and pathway. People are realizing that you've undergone some great transformations, and they see that there's many people believe that you are going to have some kind of great success in your future. If for some of you, maybe you've already reached it, but there's many people who feel that you are going to have great luck, great blessings, and great success in your future because that many pathways have been open for you, because they see that you've undergone many transformations and being drawn to all the butterflies on the pathway, that you're somebody who's gone through many transformations and many changes in life, so that they believe and realize that there's many paths that are opening up for you or available to you, and they believe it's going to take you to great success. This is really interesting. Starseed in reverse to fire in reverse. Ooh, I'm hearing burn the witch. Now, I know a lot of people probably put witch with female, and I always say this in all my readings. I'm sure you guys have heard me say it a million times. It's not gender specific. Really what I'm getting from this, with this burn the witch, is there's people who realize now that, you know, they didn't know who you really were, that they thought they knew you, but they had you painted wrong, and that they judged you harshly, or possibly even persecuted you, or gave you some kind of harsh judgment, whether that was to your face or behind your back. That there's people who realize now that they were judging you wrong because they really didn't know who you were. That's what I'm getting there. Yes. I'm also getting here, people are realizing now that you're very balanced and that karma seems to always play out in your favor. One way or another. It's a lot of people realize now that there's, whether this is about a specific situation or circumstance or in general, there's people who realize that life seems to be more balanced for you than they thought it would be, and they're realizing that now, that karma seems to play out in your favor, or that karma played out in your favor in a specific situation. People are realizing now that there's something very enchanting about you. Very enchanting. People are realizing that they're much more drawn to you, that something about your charm, or it's like there's an allure to you. Also here I have to say, sticking to me there, okay. With cope in reverse, this might not be for everybody, but perhaps there's somebody here that people are realizing that people are realizing maybe that you don't go out as much as you used to, or you're not partying or drinking, maybe go like possibly going to bars, clubbing, hanging out, having a good time as much as you used to. Perhaps you're more focused on other things at this time. And for somebody here, or maybe a handful of you, that some of you might have completely quit, maybe drinking, smoking cigarettes, or some kind of other habit, and people are realizing that you've changed in that way. These are interesting cards. Okay. People are realizing you were able to see right through their toxicity or through whatever their negative intentions were. And the reason that people are realizing now, there's a reason why you're keeping either them or certain people at bay, keeping them away from you, because you're able to see what they weren't showing you. It's like you have the ability, you see how she has the blindfold on and here's the devil, even though they weren't showing you what people are realizing whether this is about somebody else in your life or about them specifically, how they were treating you or what their intentions were, or what their toxic ways were. People are realizing you were able to see it the whole time, and that's why you kept them at a distance, or somebody specific at a distance. A lot of people are realizing now that you're somebody who is very, I almost want to say the word familiar, which is interesting, but that there's something like family about you, something very comfortable, something very hospitable about you, that you're very hospitable, that you treat people very kind with a lot of dignity, love, and respect. People realize now that you put a lot of hard work in your life, and that there's like a lot of the hard work you've done, they're realizing, a lot of people realize you've done a lot of hard work that they see is going to pay off. A lot of people are realizing now they want to come towards you and either offer you love and support or offer you apologies for some kind of mistreatment in the past, but they're not sure how you'll receive them. This is maybe not so much of a realization, but something that's going on specifically with somebody or a group of somebody's, but just so you know, it seems to be there's somebody who, the people are realizing how kind you are, but there's a lot of people who are realizing now that, or I don't know if it's, like I said, a realization, but who would like to come near you, who would like to come either apologize or show you some kind of love or support or be good to you now, and wishing they hadn't mistreated you in the past or lied to you about something in the past, but they hold back because they are not sure how you'll receive them, if you'll hold back from them or if you'll even want to hear what they have to say, is what it feels like. Okay, so I hope this resonated. I love you, love you, love you. Y'all my Saturday loves. It's Saturday night and I'm reading with you guys. Hey! Does Mercury retrograde have you guys retrograding through like old music too? Oh, man, I've been coming through some of these like 80s and 90s R&B and I'm just like, man, they just don't make them like they used to. Anyways, love you guys. I'm going to take it to pile 3. Bye. Hi, pile 3. If you chose the blue puffy heart, pile 3, this is your reading. What have people recently realized about you? Okay, so let's get into it, pile 3. Okay, so let's start at the top. It's always a good place to start, right? Okay, so we have Scribe, Destroyer reverse, Femme Fatale reverse. Love it. Okay, so people are realizing now that you're highly, highly intelligent, very smart, very good with your words. People are realizing now that you know a lot more than they thought you knew, and that I think that it's giving the feeling that perhaps maybe some people in the past underestimated you or underestimated your intelligence or how smart you are, and they realize now that you're very smart. You see things very clearly. But also, with Scribe coming out next to Destroyer in reverse, this This part might not be for everybody, but I'm going to say what I'm hearing when I see scribe with destroyer in reverse. This is for someone specific, maybe only one of you. Somebody is realizing now that you have proof of something. I'm hearing that somebody's realizing that you have either a record or a proof of something that could cause some damage, that you do have that you have either, whether it's evidence, proof, or but that you have proof of something, that you're able to prove something. Also, we have destroyer, and now I'm going to read it as I see it with destroyer and femme fatale reverse. Somebody's realizing now also that you're not to blame. You're not to blame. Perhaps there was somebody, and with femme fatale, it's not gender specific. What I'm getting, the energy I'm getting off this is, so you don't, whether you're male or female, is that perhaps there was somebody, what I'm hearing is that who blamed you for something in the past, maybe for ruining something, maybe for ruining a connection or ruining a commitment, and now they are realizing it wasn't you. They either had the wrong person or they had you wrong, that you're not the one to blame. That's what I'm seeing here. I'm also seeing here there could be somebody who's realizing now that you, on another side note, like again, once again, might not be for everybody, that somebody's realizing now that you do have proof of who is to blame for something that was ruined, possibly a connection. Yeah, especially coming out here with the numinous in reverse. You know, the numinous would be like the unknown, that you know. That you know. Also, so aside from that, now moving on with what people recently realizing, have recently realized about you, is people have realized how much of you they didn't know, that there are so many parts of you they didn't that they didn't know, and now they're realizing there's a lot of you they don't understand. People are also realizing that there's a lot that you do know, that I feel that in the past a lot of people might have felt like you didn't understand them or see them clearly, and they're realizing now you see things very clearly. You're very smart. Scribed the numinous in reverse, you're very smart. You see things very clearly. We also have Cancer and square in reverse. People are realizing you're an extremely caring person, that you're very loving and supportive. People are realizing just how truly genuine you are. People are realizing now that there's not a lot of challenges you don't get through, that you seem to break through. I'm hearing blockbuster, like you break down blocks like nothing. I'm hearing you get through a lot. There's not a lot that can hold you back, and that you get through a lot. And that you're somebody who's actually very good and loving and caring and nurturing, especially supportive when it comes to walking people through challenges in life. I'm also getting here, this is kind of like something I was seeing up here. It's almost like an echo of it, so it really must be for somebody here. But we have Aquarius reverse, Sagittarius, Venus reverse, which is taking me back to that femme fatale, and Pluto. That somebody's realizing that this is very specific, so this is a part of it that might not be for everybody. But somebody's now realizing that you either change the way you deal with them or cut somebody off, even possibly completely, because you're highly intuitive, you're very psychic, and you're very understanding and knowing of what somebody was doing, what they were pursuing, or what their affairs were with somebody else that they were maybe did not want you to know. Maybe there was something that was it's almost going to feel like somebody was shocked to realize that you found out something, and that's why you cut them off. Okay, so that's what I'm getting there. And I'm hearing that it's no surprise to you that you see through things very clearly often. Okay, yeah. Aquarius reverse Pluto, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, sorry. So here we go. Also, people are realizing that you don't do, occupation reverse, mature woman reverse, gift, and toil and labor upright. People are realizing that you don't do things the same way you used to do them, that you do things very differently now. The way you move, the way you work is much differently, that you've changed. People are realizing you've changed. Some of you, it might even be into your appearance, the way you dress, or the way you come across, the way you express yourself. Or even the line of work you do. There's something about you that's changed. You don't do things the same anymore. There's something very different. People are realizing now that maybe they had mistaken either your age or your maturity. It's giving the feeling that a lot of you probably don't look your age regardless of how old you are. It's something about you look good for your age, whatever age you are, however old you are. Also, people are realizing there's still a lot of purity of heart within you, that even if you're younger or older, it's giving the feeling like even if you're young, people realize you're very mature for your age, or even if you're older, they realize you're still a child at heart. It's something about that. People are realizing you're a very gifted person. People are realizing you are a very gifted person, that you have a lot of gifts, a very, maybe even the word I'm hearing, talents, that there's something very gifted or talented about you. You're very good at doing something, and that you're very giving. People are realizing how giving you are. People are realizing they took you for granted as well in the past. People are realizing that whatever you put your mind to, you're very good at it. It's like something about, I'm hearing with toil labor, I'm hearing the devil's in the details, that you can get you're very detailed. When you focus on something, that you're very good at what you do, because you pay close attention to what you're doing, and whatever you do it very well. Okay, I'm getting some interesting messages here. We have Nephilim, Andromedans, and Air Element. Highly intelligent person you are, my pile 3. Yes, you are. I'm getting that you move how you want. People are realizing you move how you want. You, with free will right here on Andromedans, you move how you want. You're going to do what you want to do, and not what others tell you how to do. And I'm seeing here with the Nephilim card that you have a different, fresh perspective and a different way of looking at things that maybe many people weren't used to or aren't used to, and they're realizing though that it's a fresh, new perspective. It's good to look at things in a new way, and I feel like a lot of people have realized that or learned that from you. But also something about the energies I'm getting off the cards when I look at this, even though it doesn't say anything about like bullying or being an overbearing presence, it's something in the energy in the images I'm getting off this, is that people are realizing that you're not one to be persuaded, or that somebody can't try to overstep a boundary with you to like shove something on you, as in like I didn't tell you like, no, this is what you're going to do, or this is how you do it, that you're going to move how you want regardless. Especially with this Andromedans air element, you know, you see this air balloon, like you're just going to be like up out of there. No, I'm sorry, you're not directing my life. I'm going the direction I want to go, or I need to go, or I'm going where I'm going, period. Period. Right? That's what I'm seeing here. People are realizing that you're very committed, whether that's in friendship, family, relationship, work, that you're very committed to what you do, or to who you're with, or to your friends. You're a very loyal person. People are also realizing that you would make a great partner, or a great connection, a great spouse, that you're somebody who's very loyal and worthy of love. A lot of people, I think, look at you as a very good, it's weird, why would I just hear the word prospect? I don't know, maybe that makes sense to somebody, but something about that, they look at you as somebody who would be a good potential, you know, husband, wife, you're good wifey, husband material. People are also realizing that, I feel that for a lot of you, this fairy tale in reverse, people are realizing you didn't. There's something about you didn't deserve the way you were treated in either relationships in the past, or if you're in a relationship now, maybe the person you're with is realizing that you didn't deserve how they treated you in the past. That you also see through a lot of illusions and trickery. It's not even worth it to try, because you're going to figure it out, especially with this Pluto. You psychic, you be knowing, right? Pile 3, you be knowing. You know, there's a lot of people who regret, they're realizing how much they regret not being there for you in the past. There's a lot of people who realize now that they screwed up. There's a lot of people who realize they wish they hadn't ghosted you or left you hanging, because that you're very much somebody who's deserving, worthy, loving, loyal, and they wish they would have treated you right and not played games in the past. Yes, I mean, it's over and over here. I'm seeing it again. That's a definite for somebody, for a lot of you, not all of you here. There's people who realize that they missed out on a big opportunity with you. Maybe they couldn't see it clearly in the past. Maybe there's people who didn't give you an opportunity in the past and gave it somewhere else, and they missed out on something great, and they're realizing that now. There's a lot of people who realize now that you're very healed, and they want to heal something with you. A lot of people wish they could have had a happily ever after with you, and they realize that maybe turning their back on you or going in a different direction, they were really screwing themselves out of a great opportunity that you've healed and that you're working on yourself and that you've moved forward in life. And now there's a lot of people who wish that they could heal whatever happened wrong between you guys because they realize now that they've missed an opportunity with you and they would love to work on things and move forward with you. Yeah, people are realizing that you are a godsend in their life. People are realizing now you don't lose sleep over them anymore. There's a lot of people who wish you'd come back and they realize you're not. There's a lot of people really realizing that you're not coming back because they never stepped up to the plate. Yeah. That last part might not be for everybody because I know like some people, everyone will be at different places in their life with their connections, but if it resonates, it resonates. I hope it resonated for you. I hope it made some kind of sense. I love your energy. My psychics here in pile 3, love you, love you, love you. I'm going to take it to pile 4. Love y'all. Good night. Oh yeah, it's Saturday night. I don't know what time you guys are watching this, but it's Saturday night here. So see you guys later. Bye. Hi, pile 4. If you chose the disco heart, pile 4, this is your reading. What have people recently realized about you? So let's get right into it. This is going to be a great reading. I feel it. So on a side note, before we get into the reading, there's a little message right here that jumped out. Because I wasn't really going to use this deck today, but I went ahead and it jumped out in like pile 2, like a couple of the cards. So I just got it out and decided to use it in the rest of the pile. So. But this is aside from what people are realizing about you, or maybe it is a realization, I don't know, but this is a side note, probably not for everybody. So I'll get into the general message up here, but there's something here about somebody is now realizing that you knew, or you were right all along about something you knew about something that somebody was doing behind someone else's back, and they thought nobody else knew, but you knew, you've seen, and they walked right into their own karma, or somebody walked into their own karma for not listening to or heeding your warning about someone else or something that somebody else was doing. It's something like that. I don't know if that makes any sense or who it's for. It might only be for one person, but somebody realizes now that what you knew, or that you were right, or that you knew all along, or something like that. I don't know. Whoever that's for. Okay, so let's get into it. What have people recently realized about you? My pile 4. Okay, here we go. Okay, Mother reverse, Judge reverse, Artist upright. So people are realizing that they didn't treat you with the love and support that you deserved in the past. There's somebody here, or somebodies here, that are realizing they should have been much more loving and caring to you. They should have been much more supportive to you. They should have been more nurturing to you. People are realizing now that they greatly misjudged you, or were being overly judgmental on you for the wrong reasons. People are realizing now that you have a very colorful personality, I'm hearing, that you're very creative, that you have a way of painting a picture, as in like you can put things together and see things that other people can't see. Maybe perhaps even a way of connecting the dots and seeing things that others can't see, because you see things more vividly, if that makes sense. Also, people are realizing that you have a higher knowing, that people are also realizing that you're a fun person, you're fun to be around. People are also realizing that things haven't always been easy for you, that things have not always been just, smooth sailing for you, that you've gone through a lot of, as they might say, turbulent waters, that you've made it through many, like as they would say, harsh storms, that things haven't always been easy for you. People are also realizing that you maybe not are too keen of surprises, or how's this, change of plans at the last minute. It's giving that kind of energy that you don't like when people, like a last minute change of plans, or you don't like being surprised like that, like when somebody changes the plans or changes, maybe even cancels the last minute or shows up unannounced, something like that to that nature. Also, it seems to me, so I don't know if this is for everyone, but I think this is going to be for a lot of you. People are realizing that a lot of people try to copy you, but they don't pull it off quite the same way you do. It's kind of like giving that feeling like you can imitate but never replicate, or something like that, you know what I mean? But it's giving the feeling that people are realizing that some people try to copy you, but they're just not you. But that it seems to me like you maybe have a certain style or way of doing things that people try to maybe mimic or imitate, and that they don't pull it off quite the same. People are also realizing that maybe your beliefs are a little bit different, or the way you do things or the way you practice your spirituality is different, so you don't always expose it or share it to everyone. Or perhaps there are certain things you keep private to yourself because other people don't seem to understand, or maybe they are realizing now they misunderstand the way you do things in the past, something like that. People are realizing that you don't always like to be the center of attention, or people realize that they were giving you the wrong attention in the past. People are also realizing that there's a lot about you that they don't know, that there's a lot about you that you keep private, so they assumed wrongly about you. People are realizing that maybe they don't know a lot, that they would like to know more about your private life or your roots or where you come from, that they don't really know too much about that. People are also realizing that for some of you that I'm hearing maybe got it out the mud, or are doing something and getting it out the mud. People are also realizing that they wish they hadn't judged you wrong. It feels to me like I know this is specific, but it feels to me like somebody judged you wrong. And I'm also seeing an interesting storyline here, and when it gets really specific, I always feel like it can't be, there's no way that could apply to everybody, so perhaps this might even be for just one person. But it feels to me like there might have been somebody here who had because I'm getting here with this judication in reverse next to poverty, that perhaps maybe somebody tried to put a blame on you, or try to get over on you, or take you to court to get everything from you, to try to get you for what you got. And I don't feel like with judication reverse, I don't feel like that worked out for them. Or maybe somebody realized that somebody did get over on you in the past, and that they were in the wrong for what they did. Could even possibly have been a female, doesn't have to be. I just feel like that won't be for everybody. But that part. But also people are just realizing that you're not a very judgmental person. You don't judge people, that you're very open-minded, that you're very receiving to lots of different people, lots of different ideas. You're very open, you don't judge people, but that perhaps you've been harshly judged in the past. People are realizing too that you're very inspirational. A lot of people are in awe for the things that you've accomplished and the things you've made it through in life. People are realizing now that you do not do drama. You don't like drama, you ain't one for the drama, you don't want the drama, you ain't going to do the drama. People have realized now why you keep yourself very protected, that people are realizing, yes, pentagram, they're realizing that you're very protected, and that you have your reasons, that you're pursuing your dreams, and also that you're not one to be controlled. You don't like drama, you don't want to be involved and thrown in the mix, and that's why you keep yourself very protected, because perhaps people have tried to bring a lot of drama to you in your past. People are now realizing too that you're not shady. You're not shady, but that you've dealt with some pretty shady characters in the past. People who you've had to cut ties with because they were very karmic in nature. Perhaps some of these people had even tried spreading fake news about you or talking bad about you because they were in a very karmic energy, and that you've had to cut ties with them. People are realizing now that they wish, there's certain people, it feels to me for some of you, that wish they didn't listen to something that somebody was saying about you, because they now realize it was fake news, and that somebody was just being shady. That person was whoever that was, or whoever the people was who were saying things about you were very fake. And that people realize that it feels to me like for some of you, it's that there's somebody who wishes they would have been more loving to you or more genuine to you and not been shady with you. Also that there's people who are realizing perhaps there was a connection you had in the past where somebody wasn't loving you correctly, and they're realizing now it was the other person and not you. People are realizing, yeah, 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups upright, that you're doing much better now, that you're in a much better place in life. People are realizing why you had to turn your back or walk away from certain people or a certain someone. People are realizing now that they regret okay, so this is going to play out differently for different of you. For some of you with this 9 of Swords, the Magician in reverse, there's people now who are deeply regretting either manipulating you or trying to manipulate you, or believing a manipulation about you, some kind of manipulation about you. And for somebody very specific, this definitely will not be for all of you, there's somebody who deeply regrets trying to throw some kind of energy work on you because it reversed on them, because they see that things are working out for you. People see that you are... There's a lot of people who want to come together and be around you again. Maybe there's people who you've had at distance who wish to be in your presence again. People are seeing that You're a very happy person. You're very well-rounded, put together, and a lot of people wish they could be back around you, and a lot of people see that you're a very deserving person. A lot of people are realizing you're very deserving of happiness and good things. It feels to me like there might have been some kind of, for some of you, there was some kind of drama of some kind is what it feels like in the past, that somebody might have tried to throw you in or lie about you and throw you into some drama or lies about you, and now people are realizing that somebody was just being shady and it wasn't you, is what it really feels like. So this is just a quick reading today, not too long, but I love you guys. I love you, love you, love you. I plan on doing a good love reading this week, so be looking out for it. Okay? Love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next reading.